else I should teach. Yeah. Sincere Jivatmas. Uh, uh. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सह गणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। तौ सन्तोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूपसनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते। तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्यात पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः। Hare Krishna. So, we'll discuss. So, what we are discussing? Categories of the sadhus, devotees, Bhagavat Satsu. So, Bhagavat Satsu मूर्छित कषायादयः महद्भेदाः. So Bhagavat Sanmatra Bhedascha Tan Sanmatra Bhedeshu. So Archayam Haraye Ityadina Tattad Gunavirbhava Taratamyat Labda Taratamyaha Katichit Darshita. That means we have seen devotees, the classification of the devotees based upon the, so what? Based upon the manifestation of the, so qualities related to a sadhu. So that means devotees are classified based upon the qualities manifested in them. So then how many classes we have seen basically? So manifestation of the qualities, based upon that how many categories we have seen? Sadhus are categorized into how many ways? Into what are the different categories? Based upon the manifestation of the qualities. Yes, Mataji. Archana Bhakti Mataji.
Three qualities, Prabhuji.
Three categories.
Three categories.
So what are those?
You said avaram, that is kanishta, and then madhyama and uttama.
No, Mataji. Based
that is
on the manifestation of the qualities.
Oh.
Quality, that means sadhuta quality.
You mean like Durachari and one who has Sadachar?
Mm, we have seen now qualities based upon the qualities. तत्तद गुण आविर्भाव तारतम्यात् लब्ध तारतम्याः कतिचित् दरिष्टाः. We have seen various categories. Yes. चल 11th shloka. Which 11th shloka? Based upon qualities we have seen, na? Arey. Last class. So quality. So Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama we have seen, na? So Kanishta, he is able to see Lord in only in the Archa Vigraha. So that yes, based upon the remembrance. Based upon yes. So like that Kanishta, Madhyama, and in between the Kanishta, Madhyama also various. So manifesting the different qualities, and based upon that we have seen that's who is saying Havi. Havi is categorizing. So that I was asking actually. Okay. So that is the expected answer actually for this. And after that we have seen. So then we have seen the sadhana taratamyena api tesham. That means we saw the devotees based upon the sadhana. Based upon the sadhana. So based upon sadhana, in that we are not seeing the quality of the manifestation of quality in this. We are classifying devotees based upon the just their sadhana. So how many are there? 3. So what are those? Avara, Madhyama. Yeah. What is the difference between who is Avara? No. Yes, yes. Mataji, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranam. Kanishta is Karma Jnana Mishra Bhakti, who does.
What happened?
Yes, he has reached Bhava stage. That is, he worships Krishna with Bhava.
Yeah. Yeah. Third one is Bhava. Yes. We have seen in this first 2. So that means what is the difference between these 2? First 2. So one is doing the Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti, another one is doing completely. That means Ananya Bhakti. He is doing only Bhakti. So this is. So then what is the third category? They will be doing Bhakti just based upon the using the what? Bhava. So that we have to see. And also we have seen devotees based upon Archana. So based upon the worship. So also 3 types. What are those? Kanishta, Madhyama, and so what is, who is Kanishta? Yes, tell me. Till 200 we did, na?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Kanishta is one who wears the Shankha Chakra symbols on his body, and then he wears tilak, and then he does Nama Sankirtanam or Nama Samskara.
Nama Samskara means he's getting the name actually.
Name. Yeah, sorry. He gets a Harinam name. And then he only doesn't get the mantra diksha. That is the second initiation, not compared to our initiation. The second initiation he has not got.
Yes. So first one is just a Vaishnava. Second one is So he is having the diksha. And third one is, what is in third one case additionally added? He is knowing the 9 types of the devotional activities, and also he knows the five different things. Yes, like that we have seen. Now we have one category is missing. So based upon sadhus based upon the sadhana. So third category, that means best, that means uttama category, that we have to see. So now let us start the 21st Anucheda. So atra Suddha Sakyadi Bhava Matrena Yaha Ananyaha Satu Sarvottamah Iti Ityaha. So Madhyama is also Ananya Bhakta. So, but what is the difference between that Madhyama and this Uttama? So he is, in the case of Uttama, he is doing the devotion along with the Suddha Dasya Sakyadi Bhava Matrena. So he is doing the purely with this bhava, dasyam, sakyam, vatsalyam, and dasya bhava, sakya bhava, vatsalya bhava, and madhurya bhava. Any one of these, with this, he is doing the ananyaha. And also he is ananya. That means he is not doing any gnana karma mishra bhakti, doing the completely a pure devotionally. Satu sarvottamaha, but he is the best among the all remaining two. He is best. Next, so continuation of that slokas, that means series of slokas. 11th and 11th chapter we are discussing. Yes, 11th chapter 11, 29, 30, 31 describing about the Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti, and 32 is describing about the Ananya Madhyama, that means Ananya Bhakti, and 33 is describing about the Ananya Bhakti but with Bhava. So that means before Bhava he is doing the sadhana. So then he is doing the sadhana means by body or by the speech or by the mind he is doing. But bhava is not awarded to him. So but in this case, in the Uttama case, he is awarded with the bhava. Okay. So this is a superlative. So what is said in that sloka? Gnatva gnatva ye mam yavan yaschasmi yadrishaha bhajantananya bhavena teme bhaktatama mataha. Teme bhaktatama mataha. So what Krishna is saying? Gnatva gnatva tha ye vai mam yavan yaschasmi yadrishaha bhajanti ananya bhavena. What is the translation? Mike.
My devotees may or may not know exactly what I am, who I am, and how I exist. But if they worship me with unalloyed love, then I consider them to be the best of the devotees.
Yes. Ye gnatva agnatva mam. That means they may know, they may not know me. Yavan yaschasmi yadrisha. How I am, or so who am I? So how much? So this kind of things. So that means how much he is great, how much he is, how he is situated now, and who is he. These things he doesn't know. Not knowing all these, so loving the Lord is the ananya, is the highest. So ye itna paisa kamai, this man is earning this much money, and he is having this much fame, name, and then I will love. Then that is not the pure love actually. Even in the material world also you might be seeing actually. If you are loving me, you should love me without seeing. That means you might have seen, that means some stories also. So like, you know, they will be writing only letters. And in the previous, that means this kind of things we used to. That means someone is writing to someone unknown address, and it is reaching to somewhere. They are friends through only the letter. They didn't see also. They didn't meet. They don't know each other, but still start loving each other. So, Nowadays Facebook, acha, nowadays Facebook, okay. So otherwise just you called and some number, so just went to someone and you started loving and you don't know anything about that. Gnatva agnatva, knowing or not knowing. So also if you get the, that means ananya bhava for them, then that is highest. So after knowing everything, loving is nothing actually. That is simple actually. Whatever is there in this material world, that is just a reflection of spiritual world actually. That means Lord himself is saying, Yavan, Yaha, Yadrisha. That means how I am I, and how much big I am, and who am I. Without knowing all this, that means he is the son of that king, and he is having this much wealth, and he is so great qualities. No, just dekh liya. So he started loving. Love at first sight. This is highest. Rangamay Prabhu. This is very good. No need to read the Bhagavatam, no need to know about the bhakti. And if you get the ananya bhava towards them, then that is highest. Previously also we read, you remember all of you, getting Shraddha after reading the whole Bhagavatam and getting the full faith, that means full taste for the Ananya Bhakti. Which is best? So that means just you heard the Krishna's name and you got attraction. Heart miss ho gaya bas. And you started running behind Krishna. Naturally you got the attraction for the Krishna just by hearing his name. Instead of studying the Bhagavatam in the IVM and reading the Acharya commentaries and understanding and analyzing, then finally refining all your doubts, and finally you came to the conclusion that bhakti is the highest and that Krishna, after studying the Krishna sandarbha. So that means, so after studying the Krishna sandarbha of the years and years, learning grammar, Sanskrit, this, that, then you came to conclusion that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then you started loving him. Then it is, so Krishna will say, what is this? This guy is taking this much time to come to me. And just saw Krishna or Krishna's face and Krishna's name, bas pagal ho gaye, bas became a mad and running behind. Then Krishna says, yes, he is the best one. Actually, in the material world, we expect this, but material world, it is not possible actually. Because why that is possible in the spiritual world only? Because Jivatma is by nature, it is part and parcel of the Lord, and its natural quality is getting natural attraction towards the Ananya Bhakti. This is there. But in the material world, getting the natural attraction for the one girl or for the one boy is not possible actually. Because how can you say this Jivatma's is inherent quality of loving that girl? How can you say this? Is there any foundational? Is there any philosophy like that? Is there any, is it fact actually? It's not at all a fact actually. That means whatever the spiritual love is there, that is reflected here. That means expecting get natural love for someone is a real quality. So that means sometimes we expect someone to love us unconditionally. That is the reality. That is natural. That desire is a real desire actually. That is a real desire. So that means expecting unconditional love, but that is possible only with the Krishna only. Because so the relationship between you and Krishna is like that, but your relationship with the other living entity is not like that. Why kya? Why he is asking why? So one boy and girl is there. So in between of them, unconditional love is not possible at all. Because they themselves are conditioned. So that's why their thinking is also conditioned. And that's why you cannot expect. But many people, they may not accept in the material world. But poets, they don't accept poetry if they write. Poets, they don't accept, but it is not. Because who knows the philosophy, they know actually. And last us? Okay. So that's why someone has to love me, or so you are loving someone without any conditions. That is only possible with the Krishna, because naturally that funda has to be supported, na. So such a situation should be there, such a quality should be there, na. So that kind of, so reality is supporting only you and between Krishna only. So reality will not support between anyone, actually. Any other two pairs, it is not possible. So that's a Lord, what he is saying. If someone is loving me without knowing what is my qualities, yaschasmi yavan yadrishi. And naturally, if someone love is gnatva agnatva. That means gnatva agnatva refers that by knowing or not knowing, anyway he is loving. That means knowing or not knowing is not a factor. So that means, so even one loves me, that means without knowing also, he is so best. Yavan, that means desha kaladya parachinnaha yascha sarvatma yadrishaha satchidananda rupaha. Mam gnatva agnatva va. Ye kevalam ananya bhavena Sri Vrajeshwara Nandanandanadyalambanah yah swabhipsito dasyadinam ekatarah bhavah teneva bhajanti. So here you see in the sloka yavan. Yavan means desha kala japarichinnaha. We are knowing that Lord is Yavan. Yavan means he is beyond, time, place, circumstances. Next, yadrishaha. Yaha. Sarvatma. That means he is a super soul. Next, yadrishaha. Krishna is Satchidananda Rupaha. So he is Satchidananda Rupa. These things, this information, Gnatva means after knowing, or after not knowing. जान के और अनजान से क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में? जानते हुए, जाने अनजाने, जाने अनजाने. दिस इज द मीनिंग एक्चुअली. जाने अनजाने से मुझे, सो विथ अनन्य भाव. जाना अनजाने में अनन्य भाव. अनन्य भाव मीन्स one among the, अनन्य भाव means only exclusive devotion. What is that bhav? Sri Vrajeshwar Nandanandan, not the Dwarika Nandan. Vrajeshwar Nandanandan. That's a Nanda Maharaj, Vrajeshwar. Nanda Maharaj's son, we should worship. Not the Devaki or the Vasudeva's son. Vrajeshwara Nandanandanatvad Yalambana Yaha Swabhipsitaha. That means as per your desire. So that means, so worshipping, so Vrajeshwara Nandanandan. Vrajeshwara Nandanandan with the Ananya Bhava. So Ananya Bhava of what? Of what are those? Dasyam. Kevala Ananya Bhavena. Kevala also is there. Dasyam Sakyam. So like this. Any one only, not that the all. It to any one. There should be one. One among these four. One among these four. And what? These are, who will decide? Is it constitutionally imbibed? No. Swa abhipsitaha. As per desire. As per the desire of living entity. That is a desire form based upon sadhu association. That means you are loving or you are serving the Vrajeshwara Nandanandan with any one of this bhava. So after knowing or not knowing, ajane anjane, in Hindi it's very good actually. In English it is becoming a bit difficult. Jane anjane se. So that means with knowing or with not knowing. So him, of knowing or not knowing of him as his time, place, that means him as beyond, he's beyond the time, place and circumstances, so so. So without anjane se, jaan se or anjane se, it's not a matter. Knowing or not knowing. That means knowing is not a matter. It's not necessary. So naturally if you get love, so towards him, that means if you serve him like this, then he is bhakta tamaha, he is saying. वाह क्या बोल रहे हैं देखिए भक्त तमाह he is saying, not bhakta tamaha. He is giving bahuvachan, he is using bahuvachan. वे लोग महान हैं ऐसा बोल रहे भगवान. माने उनको अकेला है. Before that he is using the sattamaha singular, but अचानक, so after this he is using the, so plural he is using. That means Krishna is giving the bhakta tamaha. Dirgha is there. Visarga lopa is there. Bhakta tamaha mataha. So it is also having significance. Why he used the bahuvachan? That anyway we will discuss. Because out of respect, वे आ रहा है ऐसा बोलते हैं ना. माने वो अकेला है लेकिन फिर भी वे आ रहे हैं ऐसा बोलते. इसका अर्थ क्या है? वो महान है. वो वह आ रहा है, वे आ रहे हैं. Difference. Before the, that means Kanishta and Madhyama, he used singular. Here Achanak he used the plural. Because he is having the that much respect for his devotees, his Ananya Bhaktas. की बोलो. So Atayeva Chaturde Sri Yogeshwarairapi Prarditam. That's why in the Chaturda Skanda 4-7, you know, that is in the fourth skanda, fourth canto, 7th chapter, all the different so troops, demigods, siddhas, jnanis, this, that, they all come and they glorify Vishnu. Yes, in sacrifice arena, in the 7th chapter. They are glorifying. In that Yogeshwaras, also one group came, like Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Siddhas, Charanas, this, that, like that. Indra, many people. There are many troops who are there in the Daksha's Yajna. After that, that means, so they are finally, that means all at the ending of that episode, all those they come in that Yogeshwaras are there. These Yogeshwaras were explaining, that means telling to the, praying to the Lord. Yogeshwaras. That means they are best among the yogis. So they are saying to, so Vishnu, praying to Vishnu. What they are praying, you see? Same thing. That means you will be seeing same thing. Pray, preyannatenyostyamutastvai prabho vishwatmanokshena prutakya atmanah tatapi brutyesha tayopadhavatam ananya vrutyana gruhana vatsala. Gruhana
Lord.
vatsala.
Dear Lord, persons who see you as non-different from themselves, knowing that you are the super soul of all living entities, are certainly very, very dear to you. You are very favorable toward those who engage in devotional service, accepting you as the Lord and themselves as the servants. By your mercy, you are always inclined in their favor.
Whose translation, bro? Prabhupada. थोड़ा सा no, okay, leave it. I will explain. Okay, let us understand this meaning. 4.7.30 38. Very important. This is still word is there. That is very important here. Still word is there. Tathapi means still. First, what he is saying. So who is what is said? Preyan nate anyaha. So asti amutaha त्वयि प्रभो विश्वात्मनोक्षेन पृथक या आत्मनः. That means whoever is not seeing in the whole creation different from you, and also यह विश्वात्मन नोक्षेत न पृथक. That means atmanah, so पृथक न ईक्षेत. So that means they are not seeing this whole creation different from you. So they, that means, so no one is greater than them. That means they pray on. That means they are dear to you. First of all, he is saying that they are dear to you. And also they are not seeing themselves also not different from the Lord. And also they are not seeing the whole creation is not different from him. That means Vasudevah Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. This is the point actually. That means he is seeing everything is out of the Vasudeva only. Everything is Vasudeva. So nothing is different from the Vasudeva. So like that he is seeing. Gnani. 7th chapter you remember, na? 7th chapter. That means, so how the Gnani sees everything. Gnani Bhakta is also there. That means Arthaha, Artharthi, Jignasu and Gnani. So this Gnani actually. This sloka is telling about, this line is telling about that Gnani only. That means that Gnani is best. No one is better than him. Like that we are seeing. Here, who is saying? Yogeshwaras is saying. Man, sab kuch Vasudeva hai. Everything is Vasudeva. Nothing is different from the Vasudeva. So like that, so whoever is seeing, they are dear to the Lord. So that means, so no one, that means for the Lord, no one is dear than that people. So no one is dear than that people for the Lord. That means for the Lord, these people are dear. Still, then after that said, still, that means tathapi. Tathapi, what is said? Brutyeshatayopa upadhavatam ananya vrutya anugrahana vatsala. That means, still, of course, they are seeing everything as Vasudeva and nothing is different from the Vasudeva, and they are very much dear to the Lord. But still, what is said? What did these Yogeshwaras are saying that, oh my dear Lord, you give so such a bhava to us. So you are my master and we are all your servant. And such a bhava you please, anugrahana means grant us. Please grant us so such a bhava to us. That means Yogeshwaras saying these are all dear to the Lord. This kind of Gnani Bhaktas are Gnani Bhakta. You can say he is Gnani Bhakta. This Gnani Bhakta is dear to the Lord. But what they are desiring? They are desiring a loving relationship with the Lord. They are asking to grant loving relationship, not to become this. So that means from this opinion, from the opinion of Yogeshwaras also, we are understanding that. So what is highest? The highest is so the bhava. That means worshipping Lord with ananya bhava of Dasa Sakyam or Vatsalya or Madhurya. So that is the highest we have seen. Okay, now we are going to analyze this sloka first. This sloka we analyze in detail, then we'll come to our point. What is that? We want to establish Ananya Bhakti is, so Ananya Bhakti with bhava is highest. Okay? Raising hand? No? So see, Sri Gita Suhi, in the Gita it is said, Gnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshamya sheshataha yas gnatva neha bhuyonya gnatavyam avasishyate. Translation.
Now I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and numinous. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know.
So Krishna is going to tell such a knowledge to Arjuna, so that after knowing that, so he will not be having anything to know. He will not be having of remaining of anything to know. Gnanam teham savignanam idam. So vakshami asheshataha yas gnatva na bhuyat anyat gnatavyam avashishyate. I am going to say such a knowledge to you. So after knowing that, you will not be having anything to know further. So that I am going to give knowledge along with the Vijnanam. Gnanam sa Vijnanam means knowledge along with the Vijnanam. Vijnanam, that means with the experiential what is that? Experiential knowledge. So after knowing that, you don't need to know anything more. Iti uktva, after saying this, that he said in the he is saying that in the 7.2. Then after that, iti uktva bhumirapana vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakrutirashtada aparameyastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param jeva bhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat etad yonini bhutani sarvanityupadharaya aham krutznasya jagata prabhava pralayasthatha mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva.
Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Altogether, these 8 constitute my separated material energies. Besides these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mine which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior energy. All created beings have their source in these 2 natures. of all that is material and that is spiritual in this world, know for certain that I am both the origin and dissolution. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread.
So, yeah, after saying that statement, it's in 7.3, sorry, 4 to 7. 7.4 to 7, he is saying that. So, first he is explaining about the Bahiranga Shakti. Bhumi Rapanalo Vayu Kammano Buddhi Rahankar iti me in Vinna Prakriti Rashtada. Aparimeyastu Anyam Prakriti Vidhi me Param Jiv. That means first is one Prakriti he said. That is first Prakriti is Bahiranga Shakti. That is Bahiranga Shakti. So second one is another Prakriti. So another Prakriti is Jiva. So another Anya Param. That means Aparimeyastu Anyam Prakritim Vidyame Param. So beyond, that means superior to this Prakriti, that is Para Prakriti. It is different from this. That is what? Jiva. Jivatmas. Jiva Bhutam. That is a Tadasha Shakti. This is. And this is, yeah, Bahiranga Shakti. This earth, water, fire, and those, everything will come. So that means next what he said, Etad yonini bhutani sarvani upadharaya aham krusnasya jagatah prabhava pralayasthatha. So that means these jivatmas are bearing this. That means like we are having the body. So body is made up of this. And jivatma is, yeah, we are jivatmas. Jivatmas bearing this. Yeah, that means jivatmas holding, that means are so sharing this Bahiranga Shakti. Etad yonini bhutani sarvan upadhare aham krusnasya jagatah prabha pralayah tata. Then after that, because he is saying these two are my energy, he is saying. These two Prakritis are his energy only. That means it's my energy. These two. That's why I am the cause. He is saying. So aham jagatah prabhava. That means I am the creator of everything. Because I am bearing these two, holding these two energies, this Prakriti and that Para Prakriti both. And finally he is saying what? In the last sloka, Mattaha Paritaram. Then one may ask, who is beyond this? Who is holding him? You may get doubt. That means first he said this, all this earth, water, fire, everything. And he said this about Jivatma and Jivatma holding this. And then after that, I am holding these two. Then after that, you may get that. Who is holding him? Maybe someone might be there. Then he is saying that Mattaha Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. That means no one is there. No one is holding me. No one is beyond me. No one is superior to me. Mattaha Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. Mai Sarvamidam Protam. That means I only bearing this whole. I am only holding. Like Sutre Maniganaha Iva. Like how the pearls are holded by the string, row, that's a thread or string. String is holding all these monies, but it is not visible. So like that, I am holding everything. So like that, he explained. So Krishna is going to tell that, that means I am going to give you such a knowledge. After knowing that, you will not be having anything to know further. So he said that in this. Then after that, he said this much story. Then, so Pradhanakya Jivakya Nijashakti Dwara. This is Pradhana. Bahiranga Shakti is also having the generally how many components? So Pradhana, so Pradhana, Vidya, Avidya. Generally, it is having three components. So anyway, here it is said mainly. So this pradhana, prakriti means Bhairanga Shakti means so pradhana. Yeah. So pradhanakya, this is pradhana, this is jiva. Pradhanakya, jivakya, nija shakti dwara, these two shaktis dwara jagat karanatva. Through these two shaktis, pradhana, that means Bhairanga Shakti through jiva shakti, Lord is cause for entire creation. Lord is cause for entire creation through these two, his own shaktis. So jagat karanatvam, tat shakti mayatvena jagad ananyatvam. And this is the whole energy. That means this whole creation is comprised of so Bhairanga Shakti and Jiva Shakti. And Shakti is not different from the Shaktiman. This is Shakti and is not different from the Shaktiman, that is Krishna. So that's why what? This creation is also not different from the Lord. That's why mattah parataram nanyat. Other than me, nothing is there. Everything is me only. So Jagad Ananyatvam. That's why in this way, so Vasudevaha Sarvam. Yes or no? Because it is also Jagat is also not different from the Vasudeva. Because those Shakti is not different from the Shaktiman. So okay. Jagad Ananyatvam Swasyatu Tataha Paratvam. And he is saying this Jagat is not different from him. It's not different from the Shaktiman, but still he is different from Jagat. Paratvam, that means he is different and he is superior. He is superior. So that means he is saying that only. So Jagad Ananyatvam Swasyatu Tataha Paratvam. This is not different from him, but he is superior to this. He is different from this. Tataha Paratvam. And also Tadashrayatvam. So he is also shelter for this. Like example, so sun is there and sun rays and the shadow. So this is sun. Sun, the rays and shadow are not different from the sun. Because if sun is not there, no rays, no shadow. So that's why they are not different from sun. But sun is also different from shadow and rays. Because wherever there is a sun, there is no. In the sun, is there any shadow here? No. So that means he is above to the shadow and also rays. Like that. This example we give. So the same thing here, Lord is saying, Tadashrayatvam vadan nijagnanam upadishtavan. That means he explained ultimately what he explained. Nijagnanam. He explained knowledge about him. Through these slokas, 4 to 7, he explained how to realize Vasudevaha Sarvamiti. He explained that. So Nijagnanam. Nijagnanam means his own, knowledge about himself. Knowledge about himself. He explained Gnanam Upadishtavan Prasangena Jiva Swarupa Gnanam cha. And also he explained about the Jivatma. Yes, Jivatma is bearing this, that, like that. Jiva Swarupa Gnanam cha. Sacha evam bhutaha gnani mat swarupa mahimanu sandhana krutvat gnani bhaktadin. Sacha evam bhutaha gnani. So mat swarupa mahimanu sandhana krutvat gnani bhaktadin. Gnani bhaktadin atikramya mat priyaha bhavati ityapi ante abhitavan. So chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna arto jignasur gnani cha bharatarshava tesham gnani nityayukta eka bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi gnani notyartham aham sa cha mama priyah udaraha sarve vete gnani tu atmeva me matam astritah sahi yuktatma mamevānuttamām gatim.
O
Yes.
best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and who are searching for knowledge about the absolute truth. Of these, the one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him, and he is very dear to me. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls. But he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest, the most perfect goal.
Yeah. Bro, Bhagavad Gita you have? Verses, yes. Thanks. You should know the 7th chapter flow actually. Then you will understand what here Jiva Goswami is explaining. So in the 7th chapter, this Chaturvidaha Bhajante, if you see this, try to focus, it's a little bit. So from the 16 to 18, 7th chapter, 16 to actually 19 you take. 19 also. So because it will be more clear. So here, Sugaya. Here, what he is saying, there are 4 kinds of devotees. He is saying 4 kinds of devotees. Who are those? Artaha, Arthardi, Arthardi, Artaha. Arthardi, Jignasu, and Gnani. So you have 4. These are all devotees because they have the suffering, but still they are going to Lord. So that's why they are devotees and they are known as Karma Mishra Bhaktas. Or other way, Gnani is the Gnana Mishra Bhakta. Okay. They are all Gnana. So these are all devotees only, he is saying. But not the Ananya Bhaktas, those. So they are coming to the Lord out of, so this material desires. So the next after that, Tesham Gnani Nitya Yuktaha Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate. So Priyohi Gnani Naha Atyardamaham Sacha Mama Priya. Out of these 4, he is saying Gnani is dear to me. So Udaraha Sarva Evete Gnani to all are Udara. Udaraha Sarva means all these 4 are good only. So Gnani to Atma Eva Matam, but Gnani is my heart. So they are Atma Eva Me Matam. That means they are not different from me. Asthitaha Sahi Yuktatma Mameva Anuttamam Gatim. So, and after that means he is saying that Gnani is dear to me. And after that, the next sloka is saying, तेषां ज्ञानी नित्युक्तः एकः भक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनो अत्यर्थमः स च मम प्रियः उदाराः सर्व एवेते then बहुनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यन्ते वासुदेवः सर्वमिति समात्मा sudurlabha. Here Gnani means what? So Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. Here what kind of Gnani you should take? So this Gnani, that means Gnani, generally Gnani means whoever is meditating on Brahma Gnanam is known as Gnani. So such a Gnani is coming to the bhakti, that means doing the bhakti to the Vasudeva and finally understanding what? Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Then he is getting the Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So this understanding he is getting. Samahatma Sudurlabha. He is Sudurlabha. So that means evam bhutah gnani. See, that means what we have seen from 7 to 4:7, we understood that what is the gnanam? Vasudeva Sarvamiti. That means mattah parataram nanyat kinchidas. That means this prakriti and that means bahiranga shakti pradhani rubhuta prakriti jivabhuta prakriti, everything is the knowledge, is the energy of the Lord, and ultimately so Vasudeva, nothing is different from the Vasudeva. So this is the knowledge he said, na? Okay, this is the knowledge he said, because he said in the 7.2 I am going to explain the knowledge along with the Vijnanam. So then after that what he explained this. That means knowing Vasudeva is non-different, everything is non-different from the Vasudeva. So this is the real knowledge one should get. Okay, so whoever is getting this kind of knowledge, that means Vasudeva Sarvamiti, that kind of Gnani is better than the so Arthaha, Artharthi, so Jignasu, and Gnani who didn't realize this much, but he is worshipping, but he didn't realize. So so compared to them also, he is superior. This Gnani is superior. Huh? No. Yes. See, we have 4 people with us. Arthaha, okay, Artharthi, Jignasu. Gnani means what? Gnani means what? Gnani means, in general, Gnani, Artha means who is in the difficulty. So Artharthi means whoever is desiring of money or something. And Jignasu, so whoever is knowing the new things, maybe Vyakaran, maybe science, maybe this, maybe that. So he is Jignasu. Gnani means whoever is so having the Brahma Gnanam. Brahma Gnanam. Okay. So if they worship, but for this, that means whoever is so if they worship me, then they are known as devotees, he is saying. So then whoever is knowing, that means Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. That means this kind of Gnani, Brahma Gnani, Bahunam Janmanamante, Gnanavan Mam Prapadyante. That means he is life after life. He is so trying to surrender to the Lord and finally understand that Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Then that person is superior to all this. So that means knowing everything is Vasudeva is explained here. That is Jnanam. Knowing nothing is different from the Vasudeva. Like that knowing is Jnanam. Where it is said? 7.4 to 7. समझ रहे हैं या नहीं? गुस्सा नहीं गुस्सा? हाँ. No, he will not merge. He's not mukta actually. He's not liberated. He's Brahma Gnani means, so he's cultivating the Brahman knowledge. Mike.
So here is Lord is telling his superior, like myself, Atma, about glorifying Jnani. That means that 4 categories is glorifying. Not pure devotee is not coming this category. That is pure devotee. What that is other things, na? We should know that much only. Is it clear? So here's Lord is saying Jnani is dear to me, like my soul. Why? Because he coming to conclusion Vasudev Sarvamiti. So he is the topmost. The topmost in what sense? In that category only, no? We should consider that 4 categories there. That is topmost in 4 categories, not in pure devotee case. Pure devotee is different thing.
Yes. What happened? You see, I will tell once again. Artha, Artharthi, Jignasu, Gnani. 4 are there. Okay. Gnani means who is practicing Brahman knowledge. Artha, you know. Artharthi, you know. Jignasu, you know. Jignasu means knowing to new things. Who is desiring to know new things. So, okay, like this 4 people are there. Who is practicing Brahma Gnani is known as Gnani only. That we already read. So, in our diagram, you know, na, this side. This is Gnani actually. Whoever is in this path are known as Gnani. So, leave all the material things. That means detached from all the material results and practicing the Gnana sadhanas is known as Gnani. So, who is cultivating the what? Brahman knowledge. And such a person is here. This. Okay. 4 are there with you. Okay, now what? They are worshipping the Lord. So that means how somehow or they came in contact with the devotee and they started bhajante mam. That means they are worshipping me. Then what Krishna is saying? They are all my devotees, he's saying first. So then he's saying, and after that he's saying, in this Gnani is better, he's saying. Why he is saying? Because he doesn't have any material desires. Compared to all these 4, this is better because he is already, that means you said, no, we said in our side, this already who detached from the material results. So those only called as Jnanis, na? So already he detached from all the material results. So he doesn't have any. So that means he is already purified his antakarana. So then only he Nishkam Karma Yoga he did. He purified Antakarana, he entered into the path of Gnana. Yes. So that's why compared to these 3 people, so he is better in this way. Okay. But and he is now doing the devotion. But devotion means he is also doing the devotion. Now what he is saying, this kind of Gnani, Bahunam Janmanamante. That means again and again, life after life. So that means initially he is trying without surrendering to the bhakti. So that means, now you see, this is a path and this is absolute truth. So this is Brahman you take. So this is Jivan Mukta. This is Gnani actually. So Jivan Mukta is also known as Gnani. And he is trying to focus on Brahman, but he will be failing. Without bhakti, one cannot even put his consciousness on Brahman also. So that means understanding Brahman or putting consciousness, that means putting mind on the Brahman is also difficult without bhakti. That means Bahunam Janmanam Ante. That means so he is coming in contact with the devotees and so he will try alone, then he will fail. So but when you're coming to the devotion, then through that devotion, finally that means he is getting the knowledge of what till now what he is saying, Sarvavidam Khalvidam, Sarvam Khalvidam, Brahma, like that he is. But when devotees are coming in contact with him, and when he accepted devotion after many lifetimes, so because he has strong impressions for the Gnana, but he will not catch Bhakti that much easily. But after somehow or other, let us assume, so he put faith on the Bhakti, and if we understand Vasudeva Sarvamiti, not the Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, no, everything is Brahman is different, and everything is Vasudeva. So if anyone is getting that kind of knowledge, any Gnani, then that Gnani is superior to all these four. Superior to all these four.
Hare Krishna.
Vasudeva Sarvamiti is this kind of knowledge is explained in this 4 to 7. So
yeah. Guruji, in this context, Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan and Vishnu Chakra Thakur take a little different stand. So we would like to understand from you how they are.
No, abhi confused ho jayenge. Abhi रहने दीजिए इधर. So now what he wants to say, you see here. What he said here, such a evam bhutah gnani. Evam bhutah gnani means who understand everything is Vasudeva. That kind of gnani. This gnani will become that kind after many lifetimes. Bahunam janmanam ante. Initially he is surrendering to the Lord, but one day he will not come to know that everything is Vasudeva. Whole conception has to change now. Now he is seeing everything is Brahman. That has to change to the everything is Vasudeva. So if we get that, evam bhutah gnani mat swarupa mahimanusandhana krutatva. That means he is able to understand Lord's swarupa. That means Lord's energies. So anusandhanatvat gnani bhaktadin atikramya. Gnani bhaktadin. That means all this. Gnani bhaktas means this. Gnani bhaktadin atikramya. Gnani bhaktadin atikramya. Gnani bhakta he is. And atikramya mat priyaha. That means he is dear to me. Samahatma sudurlabha he is saying. That means he is dear to me. So bhavati ityapyante abhitavan. So finally he said. So why we are seeing this? There is a point is there. What is that? You should understand Yogeshwaras what they are saying. Not seeing, that means everything different from you. Those people are dear to you. That is being explained in the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. The first line, whatever said by the Yogeshwaras, I wrote na. So who is dear to the, according to the Yogeshwaras, who is dear to the Lord? Who is dear to the Lord? Those who are seeing everything non-different from Lord, and those are, that means dear to the Lord. Those are dear to you, and no one is dear to you. Those only dear to you. Like that he said. But still, tathapi, what they are asking? Ananya bhava. That means they are asking sadasya bhava. That means bhuktisha. Bhuktisha means master-servant relationship they are asking. Not that we also become that Vasudeva Sarvamiti, everything should be Vasudeva. So that kind of, so of course they said they are good, but still they are desiring means this is superior. So just to explain the first line of the Yogeshwaras, we did this prapancha. Vasudeva Sarvamiti, how to understand this much. Pata nahi. Jiva Goswami goes very deeply. Is it clear? Ramcharan Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
What you understood, tell me.
So like in 4.7.38, what Yogeshwara mentioned, there are two types. First is the Gyanis who are basically like who are saying that themselves non-different, and then but still like they say like Tathapi, there are the devotees who are basically accepting Lord as a master and themselves as servant. They are the best.
They are the best because they are asking that kind of bhava.
Yeah. So in order to explain that,
so
So in order to explain that, like Jiva Goswami is explaining from Bhagavad Gita, first the Jnanam from 7.2 to 7.7, that everything is Krishna, like that everything as a pearl, yeah, as a pearl is basically like strung, like all the pearls are strung to the like Krishna. So Vasudeva Sarvamiti, and that Jnani is basically again mentioned there from 7:16 to 7:18, where 4 devotees are mentioned. That Jnani is best who is understanding that Jnanam and practicing, and then like accepting Krishna as everything. So that's my understanding.
Hmm. Yeah. So next, tatascha ayamardha. Now you come to the our Yogeshwara's sentence. Ayamardha yaha tvayi vishwatmani atmanah jivan ikshate त्वशक्तित्वाद अनन्यत्वेन जानाति न तु पृथक् स्वतंत्रेण ईक्षते अत अमुतः अमुष्माद् so यद्यपि ते अनन्य वृत्तिर अव्यभिचारिणी निजा भक्तिस्तयैव अनुगृहाणा. So now so we will see the complete meaning of 7.4.38. We will take little bit extra time, 15 minutes, because I came late. So 4.7.38. So first line meaning is given here. First line, what is that? Yah, the one who Vishwatmani Atmanah Jivan Jiva Atmanah Jivan Ikshate. So Ikshate, that means the one who sees living entities in Lord. In Lord. Ikshate. How it is possible? So Ikshate means Tvat Shaktitvad Ananyatvena Janati. Since Jivas are energy of the Lord. So since Jiva's energy of the Lord, and energy is different from energy is non-different from energetic. From energetic. This. So how to see everything? That means seeing the one who sees living entities in Lord means you should understand that he is not seeing Jivas are non-different from the Lord. That means Jivas are energy of the Lord, and energy is not different from the energetic. This whole explanation we got from where? So reference is 7.4 to 7. 7.4 to 7 Bhagavad Gita BG. Okay. So natu pratak, that means natu pratak ikshate. Natu pratak means swatantrena ikshate. That means he will not see. He will not. That means the one who sees, and that same one, that same person, so will not see So Jivas means Jivatma plus body also. It's totally no Jiva. That's why I'm saying Jivas. That means Antaranga, Bahiranga and Jivatma both are coming. Jivas, if you say. So that means we'll not see Jivas. So independent from Lord. We'll not see Jivas independent from. We'll not see that Jivas independent from Lord. That is the meaning. Okay. So Amushmat, that means compare to him, compare to that person, the one you said, na? That person. What? So Yadyapi te preyan, Yadyapi te preyan. So that means compare to that person, no one is no one is dear. So compared to that person, no one is dear to you. You means to Lord. He said like this. Okay, still. That means Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So that kind of consciousness whoever is getting, they are, so no one is dear to Lord than those people. But still, Tathapi He Vatsala. That means oh, so Vatsala, that means who dear one. So who is saying? Yogeshwara saying. Now Yogeshwara, this sentence are said by Yogeshwara, and Yogeshwaras are saying, Yogeshwara saying, so still, that means my dear Lord, still, so oh Bhakta Vatsala, so hey Bhritya Priya, that means oh dear one to so servants, you are very dear to your servants. So Bhrityesha Bhavena ye bhajanti, that means whoever is worshipping you with the mood of servitorship. So servitorship. Spelling I don't know. Okay, servitorship. So whoever is worshipping servitorship, tesham ya ananya. So their, so whoever is worshipping you with servitorship, their bhava give to, please, so please give their bhava to us. Otherwise you can write, please give that bhava to us. That means they don't want, they are not asking Vasudeva Sarvamiti, this kind of consciousness. No, they are asking, so what they are asking to bestow, Lord to bestow what? So servant and master bhava. So Ananya Vrittihi Avyabhicharini Nija Bhakti. This is Nija Bhakti. That means it is a real devotion. So Tayaiva Anugruhana. With this bhava you bestow us. This bhava you bestow us, not the Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Okay. So we'll finish this anucheda. Prastutatvena Asman Jnana Bhaktan iti labhyate iti. That means presently we are Gnani Bhaktaha. We are Gnani Bhaktaha, but we want Bhritya Bhava. And Vritti Ishwara Bhava. So that means we want to be servants now. We want to be your servants. This we want. Now we are these Gnani Bhaktas. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Like that we are now have. And of course, we are very dear to you, but we want this. Huh? Post? Kaun sa post? Achha. So Atha Moola Padya. Now come to the Moola Padya. Moola Padya is what? 11:33. Come to this. we discussed this. Actually, our main discussion is this 11:33, but we took the in between this, and we are coming to the Molapadya. So in the Molapadya, what is said? Molapadya gnatva agnatva ityatra gnana. So ityatra agnana gnanayoho heyopadeyatvam nishiddham. That means gnana is good, agnana is bad. Heya means bad, upadeya means good. So such a, that means feeling is, such a bhava is rejected. Jane anjane, if you say, there is no importance of knowing or not knowing. Knowing is best, not knowing is inferior. Is it like that? If you say the word jane anjane, yeah, Hindi, you know, no worry. In Bengali, how to say jane anjane? Jane na jane. Jane na jane. That means, it means if you use two words together, so knowing or not knowing is not a important thing. Is not an important thing. Okay. So that means heya upadeyatvam is rejected there. Nishiddham. That means knowing is better, not knowing is inferior. That is rejected here. So gnatva agnatva. So gnatva agnatva yo heya upadeyatvam nishiddham. So that means, so if anyone, so here also, here Yogeshwaras also what they are saying. So knowing Lord as Vasudeva Sarvamiti, that kind of devotees are very good. They are dear to the Lord. But who is most dear? So whoever is having the Vritti Ishvara Bhava, that means whoever consider themselves as servants. So that is only said there also. Bhaktya Ananya Bhavan. In this, what is said? Anjane Anjane. So if someone is worshipping the Lord with the Ananya Bhava of what? Dasya Sakya Vatsalya or so Madhurya, any one bhava, so they are Bhakta Tamaha. He is saying they are Bhakta Tamaha. So proof is this. That means even the Yogeshwaras also saying, knowing Krishna as everything. So compared to those bhaktas, whoever is having the servant feeling to the Lord, they are better. He also said the same thing. Just we took this as in support to explain 11.11.33. Okay. So here one more important point. The word Bhakta Tamaha ityatra purva vakyastha, so satpada nirdesham atikramya visheshatah bhakti pada nirdeshat bhaktehe swarupa adikya matraiva vivakshitam. If you see in the 32 and also in the 32, that means Kanishtas and Madhyamas are identified as Sattamaha. Yes. But here 33 Bhakta Tamaha is given. That means they are not. That means whoever is doing Karameshwar Bhakti or whoever is doing the Ananya Bhakti, Ananya Sadhana Bhakti, so they are not the, that means really that means they are also devotees, but devotee word is designated to him, to whom? To this third category. He didn't use there Bhakta Tamaha, but he used here. So that means Bhakta Pada Nirdeshat Bhaktehe Swarupa Adikyam. That means here Bhakti is more. In this third one, Bhakti is more, not in the second one, that is Madhyama or the Kanishta. There Bhakti is not more. क्या जा रहे हैं क्या प्रभु? अच्छा ठीक है. So he is more. Bhaktatama ityatra purva vakyastha, so satpada nirdesha matikrami visheshtah bhaktapada nirdesha bhaktehe swarupa adikyam atra vivakshitam. That means in the third category of devotees, bhakti is there more. That means bhakti swarupa is more fulfilled. That means bhakti word is more sardhaka to, more successful to, using of bhakti word to third, that means third category devotees is more appropriate. Te me mataha, and also says that mama mata, that means 11.11.33. In this he said the account, this is my opinion, he said. That means whoever are explained by 33 sloka, they are devotees according to my opinion, he is saying. He didn't say for the first and second me mataha. No, he didn't say there. So here he is expressing his opinion. That means he is showing his opinion, accepting him as a devotees, but not he is showing there in the Madhyama and the Kanishta. So te me mataha ityatra mamatu vishishta. That means Lord is having very special acceptance for these people as a devotees. That means he is not showing that much special his opinion or his approval to the Madhyama and Kanishta. That means Vishishta Sammati. That means a special acceptance he is showing for the third category devotees. So Idrisha Anukta Charatvat. Next, Atayeva Prakarana Praptam Ekavachana Nirdesham Api. That means in the whole Prakarana, if you see 32 and also 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 32, he is using the Sattamaha Ekavachanam. But here he is using the Bhakta Tamaha Bhavachanam. The Bhavachanam means whoever is glorified in this or said in this 33 sloka. So they were given a special respect. That person is given. That Ekavachanam is whole Prakarana is going with Ekavachanam. Then here also you should use Bhakta Tamaha Ekavachanam only. Because so whole Prakarana is, that means Sattamaha is used. Na? So then here also you should use to indicate that kind of devotee, Bhakta Tamaha he should use. But he used why Bhakta Tamaha, Bahuvachanam why he used? He wants to give a special respect to his Ananya Bhakta with Bhava. Getting? ये इति बहुवचन निर्दिष्ट ततः किमुता तद्भाव सिद्ध प्रेमाण इति भाव. Then what to speak? Someone bhava bhaktas, this is explained in this. And if one is reached to the prema, then what to speak? They are even more dear. Okay. Yesham bhajana bhava bhajana vivrittir agre. So Bhava bhajan, that means whatever that means with the Dasya Sakya Vatsalya Bhava, this Bhava bhajan we will be discussing in the same book in the Raganuga Bhakti. We will not discuss more here. Doing devotion along with the Bhava. This we will discuss in the Raganuga Bhakti. क्या पता नहीं समझ में आ रही है. ब्लैंक पेज जाने की चाहरा लगा के बैठ देते हैं. Any questions? Mike. Any question? Okay.
Prabhu, here this devotee only having bhava, no prema. So those who have prema with
they are definitely
Kosha,
superior. Yeah.
Kanishta Bhakta, maybe they are not attaining prema, but at least prema could also develop. So they are superior than these devotees.
Kanishta prema kya hai?
Huh? Premankur means those who have Premankur or with Koshaya, some Koshaya means Mursita Koshaya or Nirdhuta.
That classification is not this. This is based upon sadhana we are discussing. Based upon sadhana we are discussing. That category should not mix here.
Achha.
If you are dividing Indians based upon the linga, then linga only you should use. Not the state. Not gender, you are using gender-based classification, you should deal with the gender only, na?
So here bhava means prema also. Means
bhava means, so he is worshipping, that means Raghavanu Bhaktas, they worship the Lord along with the what? Bhava. That is the meaning here.
Means
that means
prema also is there, love. Prema is there.
Then it is good. Bhava means what? So worshipping the Lord. That is here bhava means you may not take the directly that bhava, but whoever is worshipping with the bhava. That means following the the inhabitants of the Vraja. And according to their mood, we are also worshipping. Here, Bhava, worshipping Lord with Bhava means Raganuga Bhaktas.
Then,
That means among the Vaidhi Bhaktas and Raganu Bhaktas, who is superior? So Madhyama he is not having any Bhava, he is just doing the Ananya Bhakti. You can consider it as a Vaidhi Bhakti. But the third one is who you are worshipping Lord with the Bhava, that means Raganuga Bhaktas. Who is superior? Raganuga Bhaktas. Doing Ananya Vaidhi Bhakti, doing so Ananya Raganuga Bhakti, which is superior? So third category is superior. That is said here.
Prabhu, they are performing Ananda Bhakti without knowing and unknowingly. So, is that Shastrik Shraddha or Loka Parampara Shraddha in that case? Ananda, they are performing Ananda Bhakti.
If someone is hearing the Krishna story, Krishna's Leelas from someone, so Krishna is like this, just by hearing this much, immediately they get spontaneously. Spontaneously means without any so kind of the obstruction. That means, oh, Krishna only, why I should worship, and why not this Rama, why not this? So this kind of, so that means, so obstacles he didn't get spontaneously. He got the greed. Greed means some kind of, so that means lobha, greed. So to worship or to hear and to worship the Krishna like that. He is hearing the pastimes of so Krishna in Vraja, how he is playing and the gopis and doing the grazing the cows. So this kind of stories he started hearing. So when he started hearing, immediately after hearing this, spontaneously, that means without any, that means doubt, naturally he got the so greed to hear again and again, again and again, again and again, continuously, 24 hours. Then he is Raganuga Bhakta. Then what kind of Shraddha you are asking? There is no Shraddha Friddha. Only greed is there. That means I want more, I want more. Just by hearing the gold mine. So then he forgot everything and I want to go and get and dig it, get it.
They are exceptional, not in general case.
You will not categorize based upon Shraddha. No, they are not coming under the category of Shraddha. Shraddha means what? Who has doubt on the existence of the Lord. Who have doubt on the bhakti. So they need to read the Shastras and they should understand the so glory of the Krishna and bhakti based upon Shastras. Then by the force, based upon the strength of the injunctions of the Shastra, he is so believing Lord and doing the bhakti. Then that is Vaidhi.
Because question arises.
Then they are not superior.
Question arises because of that only, because doing Ananda Bhakti, performing Ananda Bhakti, there must need Shraddha to Bhakti and Krishna like this. For attaining Ananda Bhakti stage, one has to have Shraddha to Bhakti.
One has to Shraddha.
Complete Shraddha, 100%. Then Ananda Bhakti will be started.
Yes.
So in that case, their exceptional case, I think, they are not actually caring of, or they are spontaneously they are having that.
Spontaneously they are doing Ananya Bhakti, but in their case, so Shraddha is not the criteria. Okay. Are. So your Ado Shraddha Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya is there, na? This means this is Shraddha beginning. Sadhu Shraddha Sadhu Sangha. This is the path for the Vaidhi Bhaktas. We are not, this is not the for the Raganuga. For Raganuga entry door is not the Shraddha. For Raganuga Bhaktas entry door is greed. Greed for so doing, that means bhakti with the bhava as a servant or as a friend, as done by the Vrajavasis. You make another one more path. There are so many paths. Rupa Goswami giving one path to you, but you Jiva Goswami is saying there are so many. You can also make one more path. Yeah.
Prabhuji, how do we get greed, Prabhu?
Greed, Mataji. That should not come. Now all already over, Mataji. Now we will not get greed. We will get greed when we cross the anardhani vritti, when we cross the nishta, then we will get the ruchi. So there we'll get that is the greed for us. We have to travel all this. First, we should become a Sharanagata Bhakta. Ananya, that means we should surrender fully. So first surrender should be, and then after that do the steady, try to do the devotion, bhajan, and do the anardhani vritti, come to the nishta. That means you should not feel a sleep in the, what is symbol of the nishta? Not getting sleep in the while doing the japa. That is one of the symptom actually. So like the 24 hours, not for 2 hours. So then you are in the nishta. So get the nishta, then so get the ruchi, then that is the greed. We will start from there. We have to travel, very long journey is there, but we'll do that. We'll travel. Yes, Mataji.
So these Raganuga Bhaktas, how they get greed, Prabhuji?
So Virala, so Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami said, na? So that is, Virala means very rare to find. So how, it's not a process actually. They have spontaneously like that some cases. So how they means they are there like that only. It's not explained there also actually. It's Virala, he said that much. So Rupa Goswami was saying. So in our case, we have to travel like this. We will also become the Raganuga Bhaktas once we get the Ruchi for the Bhakti. We can become. This is in these millions of jivas, some jiva can get naturally attraction. I don't know how they are getting. I know how to get, how we should get, that I know. How we should get, this is the way we should get. Okay, let's work hard, because हम लोगों को तो बहुत मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. We have to work hard. Very forcefully we should drive ourselves towards the Ananya Bhakti. First of all, we should drive ourselves to the Ananya Bhakti. That itself is a big lacking. कहाँ है हम लोग तो अभी बहुत दूर में है actually. Very far. No surrenderance at all. We believe on our strength, our intelligence, our abilities, our capacity, and our wealth, and our relatives, our nation, our friends. And passing itself is a first important thing. How much? It's very less surrenderance. थोड़ा सा बीमारी आते है पूरा पता चल जाएगा. Little fever if we get itself, we will be so, oh my God, so tablets is not there, and then you will be blaming all the everyone left and right. You is not giving the tablets, and this is not happening. That is not a system is bekar, this bekar, that bekar, everyone is bekar. So everything is bekar. Sarvadharman parityajya mameka. That means completely surrendering on the Lord. And such a externally you might be taking the tablets, but you have internally consciousness that, so my Lord is giving my life. If he wants to protect me, keep me, he can keep me. If he wants to take me, can take. And such a dependency. And not blaming anyone if you didn't get anything. And if you get and you take. Such a, it's not a joke actually. We have to, but otherwise our bhajan will not start first of all. Our bhajan will start with the Sharanagati. That's why Diksha means Here, that means sadhu sangha here means Guru Padashray. That's Diksha means what is that? Diksha Kale Atma Samarpan. This is the beginning. That's why in the Diksha, now we have Diksha here in Adhav, that is getting connected with the authentic Guru. That much is happening. But real Diksha, that means Bhajan Diksha, that's after surrender it starts. That's Sardak actually. Our Diksha is Sardak then. Huh? Not Brahman. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.